Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. 5 children have been killed and several more badly injured in Australia after strong winds lifted an inflatable bouncy castle into the air during end-of-year school celebrations. 2 boys and 2 girls in their final year of primary school died from the accident in Devonport in the southwest of Tasmania state. Police said the children had fallen from a height of about 32 feet. Authorities said 5 more children were in hospital, including 4 in a critical condition.
Police and emergency services were called to the scene just after 10 a.m. this morning, and it appears a wind gust has caused a jumping castle to lift into the air. Several children fell from the jumping castle, and it appears they may have fallen from a height of approximately 10 metres.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has pledged to attend the 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing, making him one of the first major world leaders to indicate his attendance. His remarks came in a video call with Chinese President Xi Jinping, who said he looked forward to a get-together. It comes as a growing number of countries have joined a diplomatic boycott of the Games. A Colorado judge has sentenced a driver to 110 years in prison following his conviction for vehicular homicide when his truck crashed into stopped traffic and killed 4 motorists. The huge fire that followed the crash could be seen for miles, with 28 vehicles involved in the pileup. Prosecutors argued the driver knew his brakes were failing as he drove along Interstate 70 west of Denver. Rogel Lazaro Aguila Manderos said he tried to avoid hitting other vehicles after losing control. Super typhoon Rai is battering the southern Philippines, forcing thousands of people to take shelter amid warnings of widespread flooding and destruction. Tens of thousands of people have been evacuated from coastal areas of the central and south of the country. Residents from Cagayan de Oro city were rescued by the Coast Guard on boats after incessant rains flooded communities. Typhoon Rai, which has been upgraded to a Category 4 storm, has wind speeds of 175 kilometers per hour. Uganda is delivering HIV medicine by drone in a pilot program aiming to improve the transport of medical supplies. The trial in Lake Victoria is run by the government's Infectious Diseases Institute. It delivers HIV drugs from a hospital to patients in rural hamlets in Kalangala. If the trial is successful, it may be adopted on a larger scale to help to improve delivery of drugs and medical supplies.
Once we have gathered the data and analysed, we also then hope to use that to say whether we could set up a regular service around the islands to the whole of Kalangala district, or other places in Uganda or indeed East Africa which are difficult to reach, such as long distance areas with difficult terrain, maybe in West Nile district.
Hammersmith Apollo.
Bruce Springsteen has sold the master recordings and publishing rights for his life's work to Sony for a reported $500 million. The deal gives Sony ownership of his 20 studio albums, including classics like Born in the USA. A 20-time Grammy winner, Springsteen's music generated around $15 million in revenue last year. His deal follows similar sales by Bob Dylan, Blondie, and David Bowie. And finally, 2 rival politicians in Brazil have taken their differences to the ring. Mayor Simão Peixoto from the Brazilian city of Borba went head-to-head with former councillor Ereno Mauricio da Silva. They battled it out in 3 rounds of mixed martial arts. The fight comes after da Silva reportedly called Peixoto a crook following a water park dispute. But it all ended in good spirits, with the pair embracing at the end of the bout. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.